Summer is here and I can't decide what I want to knit. So I've decided that I'm just going to say fuck it and cast on all three things at once. So join me today this week, as I cast on 3 of my summer knits. I've got 3 tops that I want to knit in lovely summer yarns. The first one is the brand new Quartz top by Natasha Crawford. This came out yesterday. I'm filming this on the 1st of July, so brand new pattern. For this, I'm going to be using this yarn, which is Lana Grossa Elastico. And I think it's called Quartz or Granite or something like that. I can't remember. It says colour 194 on the ball, but it's this kind of like bluey, grey, dark, charcoaly kind of colour. This yarn's awesome. It's 96% cotton, 4% elastane. A lot of cotton fabrics, jeans especially, come in this blend, and the elastane just helps it sort of retain its shape. But obviously cotton yarn is famously not stretchy, and yet this cotton yarn is stretchy. It's amazing. So for any sort of like fitted tight top, this is going to be perfect. I haven't tried it yet, so I have no idea what it wears like, no idea what it feels like on the skin, no idea what it washes like. I have knit with it. It's kind of weird, wacky and weird to knit with, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what the end result is like. So that is project number 1. Project number 2 is the Lemontini top. I'll put it on screen. This is by BluueforYouu knitwear, and I've got 3 yarn colours for this. This is once again the Lana Grossa Elastico. I'm really putting a lot of faith in this yarn, so fingers crossed it works. But I'm going to do a brown and green stripe. Undecided how thick. I'm thinking 4 rows. Might end up doing 2, just because I'm a sucker for a 2-row stripe. That just always seems to be my go-to. So this is colour 156. It's like a sort of khaki sage green. And then this is colour 182. And it's kind of sort of slightly faded, chocolatey brown kind of colour. Don't know what you're doing on there. Get rid of that. So yeah, I'm going to stripe these 2 together for the body of the top. And then I've got this really gorgeous lemony butter yellow. I hate that. It's yellow. It's just yellow. It's like a pale yellow for the I-cord. I'm going to do all the I-cord and sort of finishing in this colour. And I just think, what an adorable combination. And then my third and final project that I'm going to cast on, although I have cheated and I cast it on yesterday, is the Sunny Tea by lison.knits. I'm going to be using this yarn, which is Esther by Permin. I believe it's a German yarn. I got it from Rito Hobby or Linde Hobby. I don't know. I get confused between them. They're both the same thing to me. But this is this beautiful sagey green colour with sort of slightly a little bit mould. And this is colour 883422. I think it's just sage green or lime green. It's very much not lime to me, but it's a really nice sage, so I'm very excited. I am cheating a little bit with this, and I have already cast it on. I cast this on yesterday. Done all the short row shaping. Obviously it's on a short cable, you can't really see what's going on very well. Done all the short row shaping, and I've started doing some of the raglan increases. So this is very much cast on. I'm using 4mm needles for mine. It recommends 3.5mm needles in the pattern, but I got gauge on 4mm. So I've used this yarn before, and I know what gauge I get on 4mm needles, and it's bang on. I adore this yarn. It's slightly rough and dry to work with, which I don't mind. I quite like that. But then once you wash it and block it, it just softens up beautifully. I'm so excited for this. This is going to become my new hiking top, and I can't wait. Forgot to say, I will be knitting the Quartz top and the Lemontini top on 4.5mm needles. This yarn recommends 3.5 to 4.5, and you're supposed to knit it at a 24 stitch gauge, but I'm going to go for like 21, 22. That's what I get on 4.5mm, but we'll give it a go. I've made a swatch with this grey one. I did try to find it for this video, but I couldn't, so that's helpful, isn't it? I'm just going to carry on knitting away on this. I just find the raglan increases so satisfying. And then once I get bored of that, I will cast the next one on. I can't decide which one I want to do first. Little update. I've done 16 sets of increases. And I think the pattern calls for 26 or 28. So I'm about halfway through, a bit more than halfway. I'm getting to the point where each round is feeling a little bit long. So that is going to be my cue to cast on my next project. So I have about this much done. This is the back. I'll show you the front. I have about this much done of the front. I'm going to take that as my cue to cast on my next project. Couldn't decide which one I wanted to do next, but I think I'm going to do the Lemontini top purely because I don't have to do any working out. I can just follow the pattern. Whereas with the Quartz top, I have to like type all my numbers in and do some maths. And I can't bother doing maths right now. So following up, I'm going to make my life easy and actually, yesterday evening, I've spent knitting this and I've already joined in the round. So we've got the front section, all this bit done. I really like how it's looking. I really like how it's all coming together. I was a bit unsure of my colour combo at first, but I'm happy with it now. I think that means I need to cast on the next one. I'm a bit nervous to cast on the Quartz top just because it's quite involved. I've done my spreadsheet. I've taken all my measurements, filled out all my sizes, worked out my stitch count. So I do just need to follow the pattern. It seems quite intense, so I will do it. I might just not do it right this second. It's a new day. Yes, I'm wearing the same outfit. Sue me, I'm an outfit repeater. What can I say? I haven't cast on the Quartz top yet, but I have just been working away in the round on my Lemontini top. I've been calling it the Lemoniti top. Turns out I can't read. It's the Lemontini top. I put this on barbacord last night and tried it on, and it's very, very short. I have technically done more rows than what the pattern calls for, but it's a bra at the moment. So I've got this much left of my 2 balls. So I think I'm just going to go round and round in the round until these balls have run out. I've only got this is all I've got. I bought one of each colour and hope and pray that it's long enough. It should be. I don't want it to be like super long. I just don't want it to be bra length, which it currently is. But it's looking really good when I tried it on. I was going to film it, but it was 1 o'clock in the morning and completely dark. So I didn't. This is literally a day and a half's work. So this is quite possibly the fastest knit ever. I haven't cast on the Quartz top yet, but I'm going to do it. So I've got a party tonight. I'll probably be hungover tomorrow. And when I'm hungover, I have negative brain function. So I'll probably do it on Monday. Stay tuned. It's now Tuesday. Had a bit of a wild weekend, but we won't get into that. I just wanted to give you an update on how my projects have been going. So, first up, the Sunny Tea. I have 1 set of increases left. So, like a set of increases and a round before splitting for sleeves, which is very exciting. So, this is, I'm not showing you much, am I? Hold on. So this is how much we have. I very much still have it on my 60cm cable. I refuse to change. It's getting a little bit tight on there. So that's very exciting. And I have this much left of my first ball of yarn. I love the fact that it makes this little star shape. So cute. And then with my Lemontini top, I blacked out a bit. and it's done. Well, the body is done. So like I said before in the previous clip, I just knit until I ran out of yarn. So this is, I think I was supposed to end, according to the pattern, supposed to end here maybe, but I've just gone all the way. Haven't included any of the ribbing. Haven't included it down the sides either, just because I didn't want to. I'm either going to leave it as it is or fold up and sew down a little folded hem. Undecided, but that's fine. That's a decision for another day. So yeah, all I need to do with this is put the I-cord on. I'm not going to do that now, purely because I want to cast on my final project of the week, which is of course the Quartz top by Natasha Crawford. So once again, I'm using Lana Grossa Elastico in this grey colour on 4.5mm needles. And I think my gauge is like 22 by 30, if I remember correctly. It might be 28, I can't remember. I did write it down from a swatch. Well, I say swatch, this is my swatch. Because I'm using the exact same yarn on the exact same needles as this. So I just measured my gauge off this. This is knit off gauge from the pattern, by the way. This is a slightly tighter gauge, so I didn't even size up. And I'm glad I didn't, because I wouldn't have wanted it to be any bigger. I just accepted the fact that there would be more negative ease, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. This is what my Lemontini top is looking like so far. This is the best that I am able to show you, obviously just because it doesn't have any straps. So I made the front a bit wider than the pattern called for my size, just because when I first cast on, I didn't feel like it gave me enough coverage around the sort of side of my boobs. So I cast on extra and then just took the extra stitches off the ones that I cast on at the back. And this is what the back's looking like. She's gonna be cute. I'm very excited to get this done. And I'm so glad that I went with the stripes. I love how it's turning out. And with the extra length, I think it's almost the perfect length. It is rolling up quite a lot, obviously just because it's negative ease. It comes down to about here, which is why I'm tempted to just do the folded hem. And then it'll look a little bit more intentional, a little bit more polished. You probably won't see this again in this video, unless I somehow magically do the I-cord in about 5 minutes, which isn't going to happen. I hate doing I-cord. So I'm measuring my gauge off this for the Quartz top. The most exciting thing about this project is the cast on is 1 stitch. I don't even have to cast on. I can just do a slip knot and it's done. Amazing. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I've got 1 day left of my week of casting on new projects, and it is my birthday tomorrow, so don't know if I'll get much done really, but we'll see how far we get done today. Hello, it is Wednesday once again, and today is my birthday, which is very exciting. It's starting to warm up again a little bit in the UK, so it's going to be a bit of a sweaty one, but hopefully it'll be lovely. I just wanted to jump on and show you the progress that I've made in the past week. So, you've seen my Lemontini top. I showed you that before. That hasn't changed since yesterday. The other big changes that I've done, I have split the sleeves on my Sunny tee, which is very exciting. So now I just need to knit round and round and round in the round forever. I think I'm going to add waist shaping to this, but this is how she's looking. Cute!
And then lastly, slightly less impressive progress here. This is how far I've got on my quartz top. Once you get your head around the instructions, it's not that confusing. However, it was very confusing to start with. So many increases and short rows, but as you can see, it's coming along really nicely. You have to do a lot of backwards yarn overs for your increases, and the amount of times that I just on autopilot did a normal yarn over, and then I had to ladder down and fix it. There ain't no way that I was frogging this and trying to figure out what step I was on. I managed to ladder down, use a crochet hook, twist the yarn over closed, and then ladder it back up. So at least that's an option if you also are silly like me and do the same thing. I've got a bit of a while to go yet on this one, but I'm very much looking forward to it. It's really like exciting watching all the shaping come together. So you obviously start with one cast on stitch. As you shape it, it sort of grows into this irregular triangle, and it's really cool. And it definitely gives the brain a bit of a workout, which is good. My brain needs a workout. It doesn't. There's too much going on. Thank you for joining me on my little cast on spree. To be honest, I can't believe that this is done. It just needs I-cord. I really didn't think that I would get this much done in a week, on top of everything else as well. I also can't believe that I've split for sleeves on this. I'm so excited for this to be done. I love the colour, if you can't tell. I love this colour. I also completely forgot, when I bought the yarn for this, I forgot I also owned this top, which is also green and brown stripes. But hey ho, I would say they're different enough. But yeah, thank you for joining me this week. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment. Still feels so weird to say that if you are so inclined. Follow me on Instagram, lizzie.makes. You'll get a bit more regular updates. So if you want to see more of me, which fair dues if you don't, feel free to follow me on there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. I don't know what my video is going to be next week yet, though.